Hello, boys and girls. I'm glad to see you guys today. Last week we made some spoons. Oh, this might have been 2 weeks ago. We played the spoons. And last week we made a kazoo. And today we're going to be making a third little instrument that you guys can play around with in the house. And then we are going to do some rhythm reading and play a little game together. And you can share this game with your parents or play it on your own all over the place for the next week. Play as much as you'd like. So I'm going to turn you around and point you at the table that I'm working at so that you can see I have a pile of rice and just an empty old multivitamin container. Pill bottle. It's called a bottle. My goodness. Nouns apparently disappear in the isolation. So all we do is we put the rice into the container. That's it. That's all we do. In fact, if you believe it, I didn't need to wait until my wife was done a round of pills because this is a shaker that we made for our now middle son. This has been a shaker for the past 4 years. There you go. So I'm going to start an edit right now. And we are done. My goodness. That took a while. I edited out minutes worth of adding rice to this guy. But we now have a shaker that is full of rice for us to shake. Or I also thought that I would make one with just stuff that I had hanging around in my little music room. And in my music room, I have dice. Yay, dice. So it's anything at all. It doesn't need to be rice. It can be plastic beads. It can be dice. As long as they're in something that makes noise when it shakes. This one is just a little nicer. As opposed to... I hope that sounds nicer on the recording as well. It sounds a lot nicer in the room. Okay, so we now have our shaker. And we need a rhythm to play along with. So... on the Music Play website. I've used it a bunch before. I've posted links to it, and here it is. Hooray! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh man, we need to back up even more. My screen is too big. If you have a big wide screen like this, over on the side, there is a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to be working in this thing that says rhythm practice up here, if you can see that. If you have a narrower screen, we'll make this shrink. Hide this. There you go. So we'll make this shrink. All right. If it's narrow on the screen, you will notice that the border on the side is no longer there. It's now down here. If you scroll down, there's rhythm practice right there. If it gets super narrow, I think it may change again. No, it's always down there. Looks like it's always down there. So if you have a big wide screen, if you have a big wide screen over here, there's rhythm practice. If it's narrower or on a mobile device, the rhythm is down here. So let's just do a little bit of rhythm practice. Let's play. Up here on these tabs are a bunch of different rhythms you can use. The simplest of all, this was used in our kindergartens in the first half of the year, just taws and TTs as stickmen. So a taw is just a vertical line and a TT are the ones with the bridges attaching them. And it's just echoing the rhythm pattern. So they'll play T, 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 ta, and then I'll shake. I know you can't hear it because it's in my headphones and not for you. Ta, ta, T, T, ta. They play doom, 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 doom. You play It would be a lot easier if you guys could hear. So you can get more complicated. This is the same sort of idea, except TAs, TTs, and rests, and their proper notes. Up here, the TTs are singles over there, so it just looks a little bit different. There you go. So this is still T, 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 ta. It's just they don't have the bridge attaching them. These are single eighth notes instead of paired eighth notes. So you can go through tied quarter notes, turning them into half notes. So 2, 2, 4, big old whole notes. This is 4 beats long, 8 beats long, 16th notes, ticka ticka. Love those guys. T ticka and ticka tees. This is only in the grade 5s and 6s is where those really come in. But yeah, if you'd like to, you can play around with any of these. You can go crazy. You can get those triplets. You can get dotted 8th, 16th notes in there. You can have lots of cool, interesting things. You can practice echoing rhythms. This one is a little more challenging because you're expected to read it and then hear whether you got it right or not. So let's... I'll put the sound on so you should be able to hear it, and I'll show you what this one looks like. Hopefully you can hear this. So we'll skip.
1, 2, ready, go.
Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. So I got that one right, and then she sings again.
1, 2, ready, go.
Ta, 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 rest.
1, 2,
Or if you prefer your wooden your spoons, ti, 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 ta.
1, 2.
So that is the idea of that one, and everyone's favorite, Poisoned Rhythm. So, Poisoned Rhythm, kids, you should know how to play this one. I've played it with every class a few times. It's a fun, silly little game. Parents, ask your kids how to play, or really at the start of any of these, it does give some instructions of echo every pattern that you hear except for the poison pattern. The poison pattern is T, T, rest. T, T, rest. And then you play through and you repeat whatever you hear. So that's ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. I'd repeat ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, 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 rest. Oh, that silly harmonica. Whatever it is. Ta, 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 rest. Kazoo, not a harmonica. But I'm not going to play this one. Because you get that great sound effect. And if you guys can play the same rules as in Mr. Bean's classroom, you've just been poisoned and you need to do some physical activity to get the poison out of your body. So you can do push-ups, you can do jumping jacks, you can run around the home, you can run around your backyard. Whatever you guys decide would be appropriate to get the poison out of your system. So, I hope that you guys enjoy this little game. I hope that you are having fun at home. I can't wait to see you guys again whenever that is. Stay home, stay safe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.